What's up, guys? It is I, RGT85. Happy Tuesday, or whenever you're watching this video. But of course, we have some video game news topics to talk about and a couple different stories that I want to cover. So if this is your first time on the channel, be sure to smack that subscribe button, smack it like it owes you money, hit the like button as well. But without any further ado, let's talk about what's going on in the world of video games. So we're going to start things off with a bit of a touchy subject, but it is something that I want to talk about, and that is Call of Duty. Now, if you know anything, if you've been following the Activision and Blizzard saga that's been happening, you would know that there was some shady stuff happening within that company, some terrible things that were happening within that company. Now, a lot of people sort of asked me why I didn't cover it on this channel, and that was because I felt like it sort of transcended video games. Like, we're talking about like criminal acts here. We're talking about things that people need to be held accountable for, you know, not just, you know, normal video game news. So I sort of shied away from it, but I guess I should touch on it before we get into the topic of Call of Duty. My philosophy on this situation is this: there are people within Activision and Blizzard that committed heinous acts that are documented, and they should be held accountable. The higher ups who knew about this should be held accountable. And if even needed, you might have to get, you know, some police involved with this situation, because there is some stuff that's being documented that are horrible, terrible acts that those people need to be held accountable for. But on the other side of the coin, you have to remember, there are still a lot of people that work at Activision, a lot of people that work at Blizzard who are good, honest people who did not partake in these things, who are people who simply went to do their work and did their job. So when people say they're going to boycott Activision and boycott Blizzard games, I 100% back them, and I understand why they do that. But on the same side of the coin, if somebody says, you know what, I'm not going to boycott Activision games or Blizzard games, I completely understand that too. It's definitely sort of a you topic. It's how you interpret it, and whatever you want to do with your money as a consumer, you can do that. At the end of the day, though, these individuals who committed these heinous acts need to be held accountable, and those are the people I want to see be held accountable, and I want to see change within Activision and Blizzard so that situations like this don't come up again. But like I said, we're pretty much talking about Call of Duty with this situation, because of course Activision is a publisher of Call of Duty. It's arguably their biggest game that releases every year. But is this the end of Call of Duty? Will Call of Duty actually start to succumb to other games? Now, it seems like every holiday season, we get a bunch of first-person shooters that all sort of come out around the same time. And every year, I always say, there's going to be one game that is a casualty. There's going to be one game that doesn't sell as much, that's not going to get as big of a player base, because people are not going to simply buy every single first-person shooter that comes out. And looking at this holiday season, we, of course, have some heavy hitters coming out. We have the new Battlefield game, which a lot of people are very excited about. We, of course, have Halo Infinite, which I am very excited about. I cannot wait to play Halo Infinite. I've been replaying Halo 2 and 3 and Reach's multiplayer online, just having an absolute blast with it. I love the Halo franchise. And then, of course, we have Call of Duty Vanguard. Now, on Monday, a teaser trailer went out for this game, and if you look at the teaser trailer, the reaction to it has a lot of downvotes. Now, I know what you're thinking to yourself, well, it's people downvoting simply because they are upset with Activision, and I'm sure that there are some people that are downvoting it because of that, but I feel like the Call of Duty game, the Call of Duty series itself, has really gotten to a stagnant point. We're, of course, going back to World War II, so you kind of know what to expect with this. You kind of know what weapons you're going to see. You're going to kind of know sort of how the story itself is going to play out, and you know how the multiplayer is going to play out as well. So it seems like a lot of people are tired of Activision, but even more so, people are just tired of Call of Duty in general. Now, I am a fan of first-person online multiplayer shooters. They are my guilty pleasure. I always play them. I always have fun playing them, and usually Call of Duty is a game I check out at least every year. Maybe not when it first launches, but at least later on down the road, I'll pick up a used copy or something like that to see what all the hubbub is about. But I really feel like Call of Duty has a chance to sort of lose its prominence and dominance. Do I think it's going to sell, you know, extremely poorly? No, because you got to remember, this Activision and Blizzard fiasco, that's really kept within the video game community. It didn't get really mainstream news or anything like that, so the average consumer probably knows nothing about this disgusting actions that took place within this company. I just more so feel like it's going to be just people are tired. People are tired of Call of Duty. Battlefield offers you something a bit different with these huge team battles and all these different game modes. Of course, Halo Infinite is something that people have been waiting for a very long time, and there's a lot of hype and anticipation around it. Call of Duty Vanguard is just another Call of Duty. It's another brick in the wall with this company. It's just another Call of Duty game to get out there to hopefully rake in money. And I really feel like Call of Duty isn't going to see the same success that it has seen in years past. It's usually one of of the top selling games of the year, and I really just don't feel like we're going to see that this year with Call of Duty. Between the Activision and Blizzard fiasco, and between people just being tired of Call of Duty being the same old year after year, I definitely think it's time that maybe Activision takes a step back, because obviously they have a lot of problems that they need to work on within their company first and foremost, but they also need to realize maybe Call of Duty shouldn't be released every year. People seem to enjoy Warzone, so why not just have Warzone be that layover and take a year off? Take a year off to go back to the drawing board and come up with something unique. But is this the end of Call of Duty? You know, I think if there's any year where Call of Duty is sort of seen as the odd man out, this is the year for it. There's a perfect storm of different controversies is going on. There's a perfect storm of people just being tired of the same old when it comes to Call of Duty. But I want to know what you guys have to think of this situation. Do you think this is the year that Call of Duty finally starts to lose its sizzle, where it's not one of the top selling games, and maybe a game like Battlefield or Halo Infinite have more players playing it, or the game outsells Call of Duty? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you decided to touch on the Activision and Blizzard situation, please keep it civil in the comments. Don't go attacking people unless they're just saying something completely off the wall or something stupid like that. But realize that other people have other opinions, and that does not invalidate your opinion or make your opinion more validated than their opinions. At the end of the day, people have opinions, and that's what makes the world great, that we're not all just robots who think exactly the same way. And finally, something we have been talking about a lot on this channel is how Nintendo kind of says one thing and then ends up doing another thing completely the opposite. And it's like, what are you doing? Do you actually believe in what you're saying, President Furukawa? Do you believe in what you're saying, or are you just saying it to potentially please shareholders? And one situation that always comes up with the Nintendo Switch, it's like the most common thing that we talk about whenever I complain about the Switch on this channel, is what, kids? The Nintendo Switch Online service. Like, come on, man. On paper, it's not bad, but the execution of it, just the lack of fun games being added to the NES and SNES online service. Where the hell are the other consoles? When is the Game Boy coming? We know it's coming. When is it coming, Nintendo? But it's always something Nintendo says, oh, we're always looking at ways to increase the value and increase to get more people interested in the Nintendo Switch Online service, but you rarely see them do that. And one thing that I have noticed lately, though, that maybe shows, maybe, Nintendo is finally starting to take the Nintendo Switch's online service seriously, is just sort of accumulation of a couple different things. Of course, earlier this year, we learned that Nintendo switched over their servers to something more modern. We saw that with Monster Hunter Rise. That's why that game's online worked very silky smooth, because Nintendo switched over their servers to something more, well, from this decade instead of from like 20 years ago, which is what they were using beforehand. So I thought that was a step in the right direction. But something I've always said is Nintendo's strengths when it comes to their online service is the free game trials, and of course the Switch Online virtual console stuff with the classic consoles. Now, we have not seen them sort of come around on the virtual console side of things, but I do have to say Nintendo lately has been doing an okay job with the free game trials. Now, in case you're unfamiliar, basically if you have a Nintendo Switch Online account, you get access to free game trials, and they've done this with a couple first-party games. They've done this with a couple third-party games as well, where you can play these games, the complete game, for a week. If you decide you like it, you can then pick it up at a discounted price. If you decide you don't like it, oh well, no biggie, you played the game for a week and you had a good time. And with the Nintendo Switch literally offering thousands of games, it's something that you think would happen frequently, but unfortunately, it's been very infrequent. It's been very random when these free game trials come along. Sometimes they are first-party Nintendo titles. Sometimes they're third-party titles. Sometimes they're indie titles. Now, most recently, we of course saw Among Us be the game that was added for the free Nintendo Switch trial, which I thought was weird, because it's like, okay, this is a $5 game. Why are we adding a $5 game to the Nintendo Switch's free trial service? Like, I feel like if $5 is going to make or break you when it comes to buying video games, like, you probably should prioritize other things in life, because obviously, you know, you got something going on. But Nintendo is now following this up with Minecraft Dungeons being the next game available for the Nintendo Switch's online free trial. So from August 18th to August 24th, you could download the full version of Minecraft Dungeons on the Nintendo Switch, play the game for a week, and then if you decide you want it, you can pick it up at a discounted price on the eShop, or just go about your business. And if you decide to purchase it on the Nintendo Switch's eShop, all of your save transfer data will transfer over to the full purchase version of the game, so you're not losing any progress. Now, on the surface, you know, Among Us and Minecraft Dungeons don't seem like the biggest games, but to me, it's more about the timing of these, because the Among Us thing just happened last month, and now we have this happening with Minecraft Dungeons this month, and this is something I have always said about the Nintendo Switch's online service. These free game trials should be happening monthly. Like, there's no excuse for it to not be happening monthly. The worst thing that's going to happen is somebody's going to play your game for a couple days and then not buy it, or someone's going to play that game and be like, hey, this game is a lot of fun, and then pick it up at a discounted price. I don't see how this would hurt game sales in any way, shape, or form, especially when you're looking at older games. And games like Minecraft Dungeons, I feel will definitely benefit from people being able to check this game out for free. Now, this isn't a full $60 retail release, but still, this is going to generate money for both Nintendo and, of course, I guess Microsoft, because Microsoft owns Minecraft, but I do think it's a very interesting decision, and I think that if we see Nintendo take one more step, it's clear that they are starting to take the Nintendo Switch's online service very seriously. I think if we see a game in September and or a new console added into the virtual console service in September as well, that you could play the games online, something like the Game Boy, which, come on Nintendo, we all know it's coming, I think then we could definitely definitively say that Nintendo is taking this more serious. They have the biggest back catalog of games to add to these services. They have all of the means, they have all of the success in the world, and sometimes it feels like when you are very successful at something, you start to stagnate and you start to just be like, oh, well, it's gonna sell anyways. And I think Nintendo gets a bit frustrated when they see that the Nintendo Switch sales, as far as system sales versus online accounts are concerned, there's a big discrepancy there. And I think things like this do show that Nintendo is taking it more seriously. Now, is this a flash in a pan? Is it just a coincidence that we're getting Among Us and then Minecraft Dungeons after the fact? You know, if nothing else happens by the end of the year, we'll be right back to bitching about the Nintendo Switch online service. But these are two key steps, I feel, that show Nintendo is taking it more seriously, and hopefully in September we start to see the fruits of this labor. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to let me know what you think of everything in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. Thank you for sticking around to the end. That does help things like watch time out. So I'll give you a little nugget into my personal life. I'm currently looking to buy a place, and it's very annoying, and I don't like it because I'm an impatient person, but I'm actually uploading this on Tuesday morning, filming it Monday night, because on Tuesday I'm going to look at 2 different places. Maybe I'll make a play on one of them, maybe I won't. Wish me good luck in the comment section down below, though, because if I could get a bigger place, then I could do more fun stuff and I could have a much better setup than I have right now. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like and share the video as well. Leave me your thoughts on everything in the comments down below, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.